Recently, I made a couple of videos going over the best and the worst legendary Pokemon in each region, and you guys seem to really enjoy them. However, a common theme I saw in the comments section was that a lot of you guys were asking why certain Pokemon, such as Hohen, wasn't on the lists, and that's because these rare Pokemon are actually split into two separate categories, being legendary Pokemon and mythical Pokemon. This has led me to make two more videos going over the best and the worst mythical Pokemon in each region. With that being said, today's video goes over the question of who is the best mythical Pokemon in each region. Of course, this is all my own opinion at the end of the day, and it's completely cool if you guys disagree with what I say in the video. Don't hesitate though to drop a comment down below about the video and if you found it interesting or not. Don't forget to leave a like on this video too to show your support, and be sure to bring out a new video very shortly. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already to keep up to date, and follow my Twitter to updates about the channel. Both of those links can be found in the description down below. Just a quick note though before we actually begin, a few of you may be wondering about the regions where there is only one mythical Pokemon, such as Mew in Kanto, and for those regions I'm going to go over its best traits on the best mythical video and its worst traits on the worst mythical video. So without further ado, let's begin, and I really hope that you guys enjoy. So our first stop is at the Kanto region, home of only one mythical Pokemon being Mew, and as previously mentioned, seeing as this is the best mythical video, we're going to go over all of the good stats and pointers about Mew. So without further ado, Mew is one of the most versatile Pokemon in the competitive scene, and that is because it can just use so many moves, nearly every single one of them in fact, and that is because it actually has the genetic code of every single Pokemon inside of it. So, you know, pretty helpful when you're picking those sets to destroy anyone who comes up against you. Mew can do literally everything, and the fact that it has 100 in every single stat, being HP, attack, defense, special defense, and speed, meaning that you can run literally anything on Mew. And like I say, being only a psychic type Pokemon, it is only weak to Bug, Ghost, and Dark, and it does only resist fighting and psychic, so not the best trade-off on resistances or weaknesses, but like I say, the fact that this thing can learn pretty much any move just from like TMs and everything like that, plus the fact that it can have like, you know, you can max out its speed, you can max out its special attack, you can make it bulky, you can always run leftovers on it. It's just a really good Pokemon to have on your team, and it's very, very useful. And going up against it, you have no idea what it's going to have, you know, in the back of its locker for you. And like I say, the TMs that it can learn, you can Thunderbolt, Solar Beam, Bulk Up, Venoshock, Aerial Ace, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, Sludge Wave, Break. I mean, it just goes on. It can even learn Scald. I mean, Scald, you get those burns. You can set up hazards with it. You can do anything with Mew, and it's the cutest little Pokemon ever. It's just a lovely little Pokemon. And the fun doesn't stop there, because Mew actually got its own unique Z move when Sun and Moon were released, which makes it even better and gives it that little extra edge when you got Mew on your team, and they are all of the best traits about Mew. Next up, we're heading over to the Johto region, and like Kanto, is only home to one mythical Pokemon, being Celebi. Now, Celebi is a pretty good Pokemon, you know, it's in the UU tier, and that's probably because of its mediocre typing being Grass and Psychic, but of course, this is the best traits part of Celebi, and that's why we're going to leave all the negative stuff for the other video. Anyway, Celebi can be run as a pretty bulky Pokemon, seeing as it has 100 in each stat, just like Mew. The best thing about these mythical Pokemon, you know, these like standard ones where they have 100 in every single stat, means that you can run a lot of different sets, and a lot of people prefer to go for a kind of more bulky Celebi just because of its move pool and everything like that. But anyway, Celebi gets a pretty good move pool. Just from leveling up, it gets moves such as Leech Seed, Recover, Fuchsia Sight, Healing Wish, Leaf Storm, and Perish Song, which is quite nice for a more bulky Celebi. And like I say, a lot of people prefer to run a bulky Celebi set. The moves that it gets through TM are also quite nice. Gets moves such as Calm Mind, being able to set up with that. Also gets moves such as Swords Dance, Nasty Plot, a lot of really nice moves to sell with it. Also gets quite a lot of attacking moves as well, such as Shadow Ball, Psychic, Solar Beam, gets U-Turn as well for that switch initiative if you do want to send those people off guard by running that physical Celebi. Hey, no one's judging you here. Can also cripple people with Thunder Wave as well. And Celebi is just an all-round okay Pokemon. Like I say, it is only in the UU tier, and that is mainly because of its typing, but it can act as quite a nice bulky Pokemon and can catch people off guard as well, and they are the best traits about Celebi. Next off, we're at the Hohen region, where we actually get a choice of mythical Pokemon because two were introduced into this region, and without a doubt, the best mythical Pokemon in the Hohen region has to be DaHubbz, and that's just because of all of its different forms, and just the fact that each form does something so well. Like, you have the speed form, which is the fastest Pokemon in the game, the defensive form, which just doesn't die, it just stands there and just takes hits and everything like that, can set up hazards, everything like that. The attack form, which is probably the best form out of the four, to be fair, with that 180 in special and physical attack with the 150 speed as well. And then of course we have the normal form, which does rock 150 in attack, special attack and speed. But I do believe the attack form is the best, which is what we're going to go over in today's video. Anyway, the attack form, like I say, has 180 in both physical and special attack with 150 speed. Outspeeds most of the Pokemon in the competitive scene, and of course hits anything like a truck, especially with Psycho Boost. Psycho Boost hits so hard that you just don't know what to do with yourself. You see an attack form Deoxys on the other side of the field, you're like, nah, just take my prize money and leave me alone, because Psycho Boost, oof, that is some damage there. But like I say, this Pokemon hits so hard. The only negative point about Deoxys is that if you breathe on it, it probably is gonna faint. Running in at only 20 physical and special defense, pretty much any move in the game does actually OHKO this Pokemon, which isn't something you want to be bringing with yourself to a fight. But like I say, attack form Deoxys, absolutely ridiculous. And just overall Deoxys in a whole, with all the different forms, you can run any of them, they're all good at doing something, and like I say, the attack form is, oof, nice and powerful. But that is why Deoxys is the best mythical Pokemon in the Hohen region. Coming up next, we have the Sinnoh region, and the best Sinnoh mythical Pokemon for me has to be the god himself, Arceus. Now, this was pretty tricky, because Darkrai is also a mythical Pokemon, and he's up there as well. Darkrai is nothing to laugh about. He is a very, very strong Pokemon. I had to go with my boy Arceus, though, just because he's the god. You know, he's got those stats in every single department, where he's just like, hey, look at me flashing my 720 total with 120 in each different stat. And of course, you can also run any play on this Pokemon and make it any typing whatsoever. But the best standout thing about Arceus is the fact of its priority stab extreme speed, which does hella damage. If you self a Swords Dance with Arceus, you're going to be doing so much damage to anything comes in. And priority as well. Extreme speed, its stab, it's doing so much damage, +2 as well. Ooh, you better write your will early, because it's not going to end well for you if you're up against one of those. But Arceus also gets a handful of other really good moves, such as Judgment, gets Perish Song, Dragon Claw, Psycho Shock, gets Blizzard, Hyper Beam, Light Scream, Solar Beam, Thunderbolt, Thunder, Earthquake, Shadow Ball, Break, Sludge Bomb, Flamethrower. Oh, it just keeps on going. He learns so many moves. I mean, he's the god of Pokemon. Of course, he's going to be letting any attack come out whatsoever. That is why Arceus is the best mythical Pokemon in the Sinnoh region, in my opinion. Next up, we're heading over to the Unova region, and the best mythical Pokemon in this region for me has to be Genesect, and that is because of a handful of reasons. Starting off, he does have the typing of Bug and Steel, meaning that he is only weak to fire, so straight off the bat, he's getting something good for Christmas. Next up, he has the ability Download, and most people allow the Download ability to raise Genesect's special attack by 1 stage. Of course, it does raise the attack by 1 stage as well, depending on the defensive stat, but of course, a lot of people do go for the special attack stat just because it does benefit Genesect more being a special attacking Pokemon as opposed to a physical attacking Pokemon. Anyway, the best thing about Genesect's move pool is, of course, Techno Blast. Now, Techno Blast before Generation 6, you know, it was pretty good. Did some nice bit of damage, 85, you know, it was a pretty good move. But anyway, Generation 6 came about and it's like, no, Techno Blast power isn't already strong enough. It's going from 85 to 120. And Genesect was like, hey, it's my birthday. Thanks for that, guys. I'm appreciative of that. I will gladly take that Techno Blast to my house, and I will definitely work on it. And as well as that, he also gets incredible moves as well, such as Ice Beam, gets Thunderbolt, gets Blizzard, Flamethrower, Energy Ball, Charge Beam, Shadow Claw, U-Turn for that Switch initiative, gets Dark Pulse, Flash Cannon, loads and loads of really good moves. And like I say, the typing being only weak to fire, I mean, Steel and Bug is a really good typing anyway. As we know with Scizor, it is resistant to Normal, Bug, Steel, Grass by Force, Psychic, Ice, Dragon, and Fury, and is immune to Poison, and again, is only weak to Fire. So that is very, very handy for Genesect. And Genesect's stats as well, hey, they're nothing to laugh about. He's very, very good. Coming in at a stat total of 600 because he's a mythical Pokemon, he has got 71 HP, 120 physical attack, 95 physical defense, 120 special attack, 95 special defense, and 99 speed. But with Techno Blast, it's doing a lot of damage with that special attacking speed, can outspeed most of the Pokemon in the competitive scene with that 99 speed stat total. Just a very, very good Pokemon hands down, and that is why I believe Genesect is the best mythical Pokemon in all of Unova. Coming up next, we of course have the Kalos region, home to a couple more mythical Pokemon, so we got some variety, but the best mythical Pokemon, in my opinion, for this region has to be Hooper Unbound. Now, Hooper can find, you know, he's alright, he's okay, but Hooper Unbound really takes it to the shop and comes out with a very, very nice stat total of 680, being 80 HP, a whopping 160 physical attack, 60 physical defense, 170 special attack, 130 special defense, and 80 speed. So obviously the main thing that lets this Pokemon down here is its pretty bad defense stat of only 60. It means a lot of Pokemon can really do some damage to Hooper Unbound on the physical side of things, but that doesn't even matter because this thing obviously has a really good move pool, and one of the best moves that this Pokemon has in its arsenal is of course Hyperspace Fury, one of the best moves in the game in my opinion, and of course gets Psychic, Dark Pulse, gets Knockoff as well, Psybeam, Magico if you want to throw that out there to catch some people off guard, and again gets Thunderbolt, Focus Blast, Energy Ball, just a lot of variety for this Pokemon for taking out different things. You know, its stats are really through the roof apart from its physical defense. It has a really nice move in Hyperspace Fury. It's got a pretty nice typing as well, you know, Dark and Psychic, not too bad. Is of course immune to Psychic, but is 4 times to weak to Bug, and of course weak to Fury as well. But I really like Hooper Unbound. It's a very huge threat in the competitive scene, can destroy a lot of walls as well, and that is why Hooper Unbound for me is the best mythical Pokemon in the Kalos region. Finishing things off though, we of course head over to the Alola region, home to another couple of mythical Pokemon, but the best in my opinion has to be the newest entry, being Marshadow. Now Marshadow is a dual typing of Fighting and Ghost, which is actually unique as no other Pokemon has that same type combination, so hey, hats off to you Marshadow for being different. As well as that, Marshadow is the only Pokemon whose stab combination is actually unresisted by any existing Pokemon, so that is super helpful in the competitive scene. Also gets the ability Technician, which is also very useful for helping those, you know, not as powerful moves get that little bit of extra boost that they do need. But Marshadow is just an incredibly good Pokemon. It is very fast and very physically attacking. It has 125 in physical attack and speed, has 90 HP, 80 physical defense, 90 special attack, and 90 special defense. So not the most bulkiest Pokemon out there, but hey, it can take a couple of hits. It is of course Ghost and Fighting as previously mentioned, so it is weak to Flying, Ghost, Psychic, and Fury, but it is immune to Normal and Fighting, and is also resistant to Poison, Rock, and Bug. So very nice there. Gets an incredibly good move pool, such as Laser Focus, gets all the elemental punches being Fire, Thunder, and Ice Punch, gets Drain Punch, Counter, gets Shadow Sneak, that very nice boosted stab priority move. You got that Rolling Kick, gets Shadow Punch, gets Jump Kick, Spectral Thief. He's like, hey, those boosts looking pretty nice, I'ma get myself some of them. Gets Close Combat, a very nice powerful stab move as well. Also Sucker Punch, you know, it's a nice little bit more priority. And then it's TMs as well, just through the roof. Gets Poison Jab, you know, gets Will-O-Wisp as well, gets Focus Blast, Low Sweep, Brick Break. Just so many good moves, and this Pokemon is incredibly good. And like I say, being a very unique typing of Fighting and Ghost, it's just hands down, it's just an incredibly good mythical Pokemon. Looks insane as well. I really like it, and that is why I believe it is the best mythical Pokemon in all of Alola. But with that, it does wrap up today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did making it. If you did enjoy the video though, please do leave a like, I would really appreciate it. Like I said at the start of the video, I would also love to hear your guys' opinions too on this subject, so be sure to leave them in the comment section below. I do have a couple of top 5s coming onto your screen in a second, so be sure to give them a watch if you do have the time, and also subscribe if you do like my content. That's everything from me though, so thank you so much for watching guys, have an amazing day, and I'll see you all in the next video.